American flag stands for compassion, kindness, liberty, and justice for all. We're all human, and today I'm asking for one human act of compassion to please let my dad come home.
Quick question. Did you think that the American flag stood for compassion and kindness when you voted for who you voted for? Because let me show you something.
And the science and experience we've developed here will live on through you. On behalf of the board, the leadership team, and myself personally, thank you for your passion, your ideas, and your perseverance. Perhaps more importantly, while we assembled phenomenal individuals together as a team, we fostered an even more phenomenal culture together. While war in its current state will not continue, our culture will ensure so many of these relationships will continue going forward, both professionally and personally. Your work mattered. It still matters.
That was my CEO, shutting down our entire company, where that man has dedicated his life to science and treating cancer patients such as your father. And we had to stop. All of us got laid off because of your vote. So let me ask you another question. Would you still regret your vote if this didn't happen to you personally? Because I went back a couple of videos on your page to find out where was the outrage when this happened to a child, an American child that was deported mid-cancer treatment. And what I saw on your page was you being hot. I didn't see you being outraged. I didn't see you being upset. I didn't see you speaking up. So your cry is not really regret or remorse. Your cry is entitlement. You're crying because you were told no. You're crying because they denied you. Because if they had accepted your father to stay here, you wouldn't regret your vote. You would think that your president was still your hero. Because the outrage, the remorse, and the regret should have started months ago when this was happening to other people. When this was happening to thousands of other people that also have families, that also have children, that also have wives. You didn't care back then. Now you care?
This message is for President Trump. Since you came down that escalator, my life has been a living hell, and I fought through it because I am a fighter. I am livid over what you just did to Marjorie Taylor Greene. I voted for you 3 times. I attended every rally in D.C. on my own dime. The amount of money it cost me. I stayed at your hotel at Trump, D.C., sir. $700-800 a night. No discount for the military. Do you know that? Did you guys know that Trump hotels do not give military discounts? Our country's suffering, and you keep talking about all these things you're doing. I don't feel it at the grocery store. I need a Valium and a vodka to even go to the grocery store because I look at my card after spending $200 and I'm like, what the fuck did I just buy? You literally had a communist in your office and you were kissing his ass. I never thought I would ever say this, but I'm no longer a Trump supporter. You're a fucking disgrace.
Wow. So this is what it takes for Maga to get upset at their orange god when it hits them in the pocket. Nothing else. They don't give a shit about nothing else. Only when it hits them in the pocket. Surprise, surprise.
Maga's buyer's remorse. They are feeling it, and they cannot hold it anymore. Welcome back. Let's just dive right into it. The Magas, they are coming out, and after voting for this administration, they got something to say. But the thing is, they got different reasons why they are leaving Magas. Some, it's because this administration attacked MTG. Some, it's because they cannot afford food on their table. Why some? It's because of the Heston files. They are coming out and they are not having it anymore. Let's go listen to how Magas are feeling right now. And we are going to have more commentary.
Why are you voting on Medicaid cuts? Can you tell us why? Medicaid saves lives. This baby is on Medicaid. This baby's life is saved because of Medicaid, and you are voting to reduce Medicaid. Look, you can run away from us now, but you can't run away from a bad vote. The people will remember.
First off, Medicaid is AID, so there's that. Number 2, stop falling for stupid shit. They already proved that the people on Medicaid that are going to lose Medicaid are not committing fraud. My 70-year-old grandmother is not committing fraud. The disabled veteran is not committing fraud. The 8-year-old that needs Medicaid because his mom doesn't make enough money working 3 jobs is not committing fraud. And here's a further point. Every single person on the planet deserves health care. Period. 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 There is no more. Full stop. Take your opinion. You know what to do with it. People deserve health care. Period. I am happy to pay. If it means that people don't have to suffer and not have health care they need, I am happy to pay. Raise my taxes. Do it. I would much rather my taxes go towards Medicaid or some form of social health care so that everyone is taken care of. Food assistance so that everyone has food to eat. Housing assistance so that people have a place to live, than spending $900 billion on fucking airplanes we don't goddamn need to invade countries we got no business in. Raising the wages for Congress when they don't do the right thing anyway. Tax cuts for the ultra wealthy. That is not where I want my taxes to go. I will gladly pay more in taxes if it means everyone in this country has medical has the medical assistance, has the medical care they need, food to eat, and a place to live. I will gladly pay more in taxes. Gladly. And if you don't have that attitude, I can't say it. I'm on TikTok. I can't say it. But you know. You know. You know. Get out.
Are you starting to regret your vote for Maga? Welcome to the club. But in all seriousness, educate yourself. Educate yourself into what exactly you voted for. Start to figure out where your beliefs actually lie. Do the inner work. Put the mirror in front of yourself. It's one thing to regret your vote, but it's another to actually change what made you want to vote for that. I'm speaking from experience here. I left Maga in 2025 after beginning to deconstruct my entire life and realized a lot of my beliefs were handed to me. The mirror was put in front of me and I did not like what I saw. I realized that I was allowing my skin color to protect me, and I used it as a privilege and a luxury to ignore things that didn't affect me. If you've made a post about regretting your vote, you're probably getting dragged in the comments, and honestly, that's just a part of the process. My best advice is do not be defensive. If you cannot come with the tail between your legs, don't interact at all. It really is commendable that you have realized that you regret your vote, but there is deeper work that needs to happen in order for restoration in our country to happen, for our democracy to be restored. And it's time to realize that the right has been heavily propagandized to hate the left, and the left is not the enemy. As someone who has been entrenched in both sides now, the left has been heavily propagandized against, and they are not the enemies that we were led to believe. If you've left MAGA or contemplating it, I'd love to connect. And also, I'd love to shout out the organization Leaving MAGA and Rich. Thank you so much for creating this organization for a place for us to go and commiserate with one another, honestly, and just a safe place for us to be. So just to let you know that when you leave, there are places for you to go, and a community that is welcoming you and is not going to shame you for your past ignorance. Again, I say all of this with love, and I'm proof that people can change, and it might throw your life for a loop, but your soul will thank you. Oh, and one other thing, when you leave MAGA, you can just be nothing. You don't have to claim a political party. You can just say, I no longer subscribe to this. But my advice is definitely educate yourself on what exactly MAGA was supporting and what your ignorance, how it had an effect on this country. Because once you start to do that, I promise you, empathy will start to sink in and your regret will get even deeper.
This is Jose. He works as a janitor. Emily works here as a self-advocate specialist. Xavier works at a movie theater. Athena works at a grocery store. Colleen is a fitting room attendant. Matt runs a coffee cart. And Andrew works at a lumberyard. A lot of those jobs are made possible by supported employment programs. This is considered a home and community-based service, which is often the first thing to be cut whenever there is a Medicaid cut. These services are considered optional, even though for somebody with a disability, something like getting a job might be dependent on that service. So to recap, a lot of people in that video did in fact have jobs, but they needed a Medicaid-funded program in order to get that job.
Quite like seeing MAGA get exactly what they voted for. I hope owning the libs was worth it. Take a look at this. So in December of 2024, Christine here says, all of your liberal tears make me happy. Wake up and take the L and get ready for so many more. He won, period. Get over it. I absolutely love how he takes up so much space in your heads rent-free. On November 5th, she said, we did it. Trump 2024. Welcome home, my president. Crying tears of joy. God bless President Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance. But now on October of 2025, she tags Trump and Pete Hegseth saying, my husband is in the Texas National Guard and is not being paid while he's working. This is a disgrace to our country. Recently, I got laid off from my private sector job and now we have no income. We are desperate. I've never been in this position before. Please help us, President Trump. I hate to break it to you, Christine, but Donald Trump is not coming to save you because he does not care about you. This is unfortunately what happens when you vote for a billionaire thinking he's going to magically fix all of your problems. Countless Americans are struggling to make ends meet right now because of Trump's shutdown and economic collapse. Actions have consequences though. Politics became entertainment for these people and owning the libs is not going to pay their rent or feed their kids.
Yeah, we voted for Trump in 2016, 2020, and 2024. We live in the Florida Panhandle and we thought that this would be good for our business, but we're finding out now that we were wrong, and I want to publicly say that we are regretting our votes at this point. My husband and me own a construction company, and we literally do not have workers anymore. Most of our workers are from Mexico, and they're good, hard workers. I talked to a few of them, and they said they were just too scared to come back to work because of all the raids. Our construction company is likely to go out of business now, and we don't know what we're going to do, but we're never voting for a Republican again. Ron DeSantis and Trump have been passing laws that negatively affect our business, and I just want to say that I'm sorry for voting for him. I grew up Republican, and it's all I've ever known, but now I can see that me and my whole family have been very wrong about this. So we hope that 2026 comes and we can take back the House and the Senate and stop him from what he's doing. There's a special election coming up in Matt Gaetz's district, and we're going to do everything we can to advocate for a Democrat taking that seat.
So how are we, the people that voted for Donald Trump, supposed to continue to support him when his name has been mentioned 5,000 times in these files that have been dropped?
We're going to play this video in full. But first, we have to fact check her in real time. Check this out. It wasn't 5,000 times that his name was mentioned. It was 38,000 times across the files, including mentions of Trump, Melania Trump, Mar-a-Lago, and related terms. It's mind-blowing. Did you really have to see the files to know? All the pictures with him and Jeff. All the pictures with him, Jeff, Ghislaine Maxwell, Melania. All those pictures with them together. The videos with them together. That wasn't enough. I guess I'm going to have to do it. I told you so. We told you so. Before I show my audience your video, I want you to know something. You were used. Not only by him, by MAGA. You were used. Let me show you how I know. This is how I know. They never cared about the children. This is what they cared about. And I'm going to read this to you. From App Patriot Girl. I don't know about you, but I voted for retribution and revenge. I voted for Trump to crush the left so badly that they are afraid to show their faces in the light of day. I voted for swift, vicious justice and no mercy. It's a good thing that I'm not God, because hell would be a lot more crowded right now. It was never about the children. No, not about the children. We knew that. We knew that. It was always about revenge. Swift, vicious revenge. They don't care what they do as long as they own the libs. It's a sickness. And you were used by them. Your intentions were pure. Your intentions was to save the children. All the stuff they put in your head about the Dems and what they did, to the children or what they said they did was bullshit. It's always been on the other side, on the side that you voted for. Now, knowing this, let's watch your video.
So how are we, the people that voted for Donald Trump, supposed to continue to support him when his name has been mentioned 5,000 times in these files that have been dropped? Honestly, I'm a little bit shocked at how people from my party, I'm a conservative, I have conservative values, voted for Trump, etc. How are we making excuses for Trump? I'm truly baffled because he wasn't convicted. I mean, how do you get your name mentioned that many times? I think it's time that we hold these people accountable that are doing these disgusting things to children. Irregardless of who you voted for, what you support, we can call something bad that is bad and still be conservative, you know? Just because we criticize a particular person or people, that does not mean that we're like some leftist liberal, you know, they're calling the Epstein files a Democratic hoax. How is this a hoax?
Now, I know my smart followers and smart subscribers, their ears squealed when you said irregardless. It's just regardless. You could fix it. You could fix it by voting blue in November, in the midterms. You could fix your vote. You could save the children by just voting blue in November. I used to be conservative just like you too. I used to be fed the bullshit just like you. Until one day I said, they're lying to us. And then I changed. I went from conservative Republican to independent. And now I am a registered Democrat. All the bullshit that you've heard about the left is a lie. The Republican Party used reverse psychology on you. They used it on you to vote for them. So everything that you actually hate right now is actually the right. Stop being a momo. Open your ears, open your eyes, and do the right thing. Vote blue in November. Tell me what you guys think about this in the comments. And if you haven't thrown me a follow yet, please do. Have a day!
At this point, it seems that Magas are divided. It seems that they are divided. And this is crazy. Credit to the creators for giving us this opportunity to hide our comment. Are we gonna say Maga bios remorse? This is crazy. This gotta be the Maga bios remorse grade A, because they ain't got no patience for these administrations anymore as we speak. They just cannot hold it anymore. But the thing is, they all got different reasons for leaving Maga. Yeah, they got different reasons for leaving Maga. As you heard, all of them got different reasons. But people were saying, well, the Magas got to wait until this happened to them personally before they can support all those that has been coming out that they have been complaining. You know what I mean? But what we are seeing right now is Magas are divided. What do you guys think? What do y'all think? Go down there in the comment section. Add your comment. Are we still gonna see Maga come together? Do y'all think they are gonna come together? Until then, we shall see. I will catch up with you guys. Thank you to all my return subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed, please do not forget to do so. Bye for now.